Yoga studios have been forced to make adjustments to the normal way they do business, just like many other businesses have. Instead of practicing on the mat in the studio, they have been connecting with their customers online through Skype or Zoom or other online platforms to not only keep the connection going, but to give their patrons a way to feel a sense of normalcy during unusual times.
Floor, soles of the feet together, knees out. Focusing on dropping into the gap between the inhale and the exhale and the inhale. That is the place where pure consciousness resides. That is the place where the mind slows down, where the mind goes blank.
We talked with Joe and Bob afterwards about how it's all going.
True self in the gap.
Pretty user-friendly. Even people that are technically challenged have been finding that they can access the live stream classes very easily. And basically, people need to, the company or the software is called Zoom. So many people are using it now, ZOOM. And if you're going to do it on your iPhone or your tablet, you download the app. If you're going to do it on your computer, you go to zoom.us and you download the program. And then we send out a link to each class a half hour before it happens. So basically, we created a schedule. We have 20 classes on the schedule. We have, or maybe I think it's 20 on the schedule. We have 2 to 4 each day. Most days have 3. And each day there's a variety of classes. So from meditative, slow, to a flow to a more powerful practice. So there's really something for everyone, whether you have little or lots of yoga experience. No, so basically what people do is you just go to our website that our existing customers are used to doing. Otherwise, anybody who is interested goes to our website and clicks on the schedule and enrolls for a class. And when you enroll for the class, you're prompted to, well, it's included in our monthly memberships. We have quite a few existing clients that have month-long or 3 months or 6 months or year-long memberships. So the Zoom classes, the live stream classes are included in their membership. And if you don't have a membership, then you can purchase a single class for $7 or 5 classes for $30 or 10 for $50. We also have gift certificates available, so it's something that if you wanted to gift somebody or family member or friend yoga, that's also doable for purchase online. And Bob and I co-teach the classes. Basically, we take turns teaching the classes with one of us teaching and the other person demonstrating the postures and whatever's going on in the class. So the 2 of us are there. We've been doing it in our home. Our dogs sometimes come in and out of the camera. We've been doing it in front of our fireplace since it's still winter up here in Vermont. So if Bob teaches the class, then he's up by the computer doing all the verbal instruction. We're using lots of verbal cues so people don't have to look at their computer or their phone or their tablet to see what the other person, in this case, if Bob's teaching the class, I would be doing the actual pose that he's instructing.
Lisa Kelly is the owner of Zen Revolution, a yoga and bike studio located in Manchester. In a phone interview, she told us about how she's adjusting to the new reality imposed by the COVID-19 virus.
I think it's 2-part. I think people are looking for something to do at home, but also just really missing the connection of the community of each of these, studios. And I think I recognize that, the people that have walked in the doors for the last 3 years, they really miss the connection. I mean, I think the workout and what classes are being offered, it's important, but, I think they want to see the teachers. They want to see the people that they've shared time and space with the last few years. And, that community piece is such a big part of this. In today's world of technology, I think we're lucky that, we're seeing, online classes available. So, is it the same? No, but is it a really nice option? Absolutely. I just started this past week and slowly building. I have a yin yoga class every other night. My friend Nancy Wise is, she's a teacher at the studio. She's offering something, tonight and Sunday. And I have to get into a regular, now that we've kind of seen that this is going to be a little bit of time, I need to come up with a regular schedule. I think, as a teacher, it's, I think it's just nice to know that you have, the other night I had 12 people, last night I had 8 people, and just to know that you're trying to do something.
Larissa Hall Carlson has been leading classes on mindfulness and meditation at the Manchester Community Library over the past several weeks. But with the library building closed to the public, she's taking her next class, scheduled for April 13th, online also. She spoke with us about how she's adapting and the value of a mindfulness approach during this time.
That's the practice of mindfulness, is to be able to be with truth, be with the current state of reality, and to befriend it. The beautiful thing about reality is that it is always changing. So everything is impermanent. The pleasant and the unpleasant feelings and emotions are going to change. Everything changes and shifts, and mindfulness practice helps us to find equanimity and to be able to stay centered and grounded and at ease with the chaos and the sweetness together. So it's an absolutely perfect time to be exploring mindfulness practices to support mental and emotional health and wellness and stability. I've been teaching online for many years, and so I've created many resources that are free and available to folks. So going to my website, larissacarlson.com, you'll find a great number of mindfulness practices, meditation practices, breathing practices, and even yoga practices that are free and available on my website, and that's growing. I'm recording more every day. I also have lots of online articles which have links to videos and audio practices that are wonderful to read on mindfulness and self-care practices, healthy eating, diet, seasonal practices, Ayurveda, and yoga. Additionally, folks who are interested in doing more study while being at home might be interested in some of the online courses that I've created over the years, including a 10-day mindfulness for caregivers course, which can be helpful for nurses, doctors, people working in hospice, anyone taking care of someone. You can find that on Insight Timer. I have a 10-day breathwork course or pranayama course also on Insight Timer, and that's one of my favorite ways of settling the mind and preparing for a smooth meditation. So there is an abundance of opportunity to practice for free and to study from home, and I encourage folks to take advantage of this time at home to really clear the slate of what's no longer necessary, breaking habits that weren't supportive or wholesome, and to cultivate wholesome states, wholesome practices, wholesome hobbies, so that we can all come out of this together feeling better.
Serenity and calmness are helpful at all times, and especially now. There are resources you can find in each of their websites, at Heart of the Village, Zen Revolution, and at Larissa Carlson's website, if you feel in the need. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.